name is Kate, and welcome to my world tour of my nearly 2,000-day-old Minecraft world. I started this world in, I want to say, 2022. It's either late 2022 or early 2023. Everything is still very much a work in progress. Oh yeah, one more little addendum too. I built all of this on Bedrock on Switch, actually. I've built pretty much all of this on my Switch Lite. The only reason that we are looking at vibrant visuals right now is because I ported the world through Realms onto my PS5 so that you guys can see it looking a little prettier now that we have these beautiful shaders. Thank you, Mojang, for that. And yeah, let's get started with the tour. Alright, so we are in my starting village. This is only like, I want to say like 100 blocks or so away from spawn. It's not very far at all. You can actually see some spoilers out the window there. You can see my wizard tower of my base. But basically I started in this village. I had started this world like right around the time that the cherry blossom update came out. Fun fact, actually, that update came out on my birthday. This is my little cottage. I claimed this as my house. When I was living here, this was an iron door because if anyone has ever lived in a village, you know how incredibly infuriatingly frustrating it is to live with the villagers. So yeah, we're not gonna like waste time going into every single house in this village because I redid all of them, but we'll take a little walk around and we'll peek at everything. But this is my house. I didn't want to expand like outward too much because I knew that I wasn't going to live in this village forever. So I wanted to sort of keep the integrity of the village. So for storage, once I started to outgrow, I moved downward. So yeah, let's take a walk through. I didn't do anything super duper crazy. I didn't like change or customize the houses. I just sort of like reskinned them. We've got this cute little house down here. This, for a while, was my fishing dock. This was also where my enchanting table was. I'm probably gonna get another one and put it here. But I did take that one with me. But yeah, I didn't like change the houses very much. I wanted to keep them still a Minecraft village, you know? This was just like a giant sort of unformed cave that was part of the village to begin with. But I thought it was really pretty and I really liked the overhang. But yeah, I wanted to keep this, so I just kind of terraformed it a little bit. I added some moss and some leaves and vines and stuff, and it's really cute. I will go up here onto the top of this little overhang here, and this is actually the graveyard. Somewhere along the way of this world, I decided that I wanted to have a graveyard to honor all of my little fallen buddies in this world. So we've got quite a few. So yeah, I will sort of walk quickly through these if you want to like pause to read them, but here are all the graves, and I sort of tried to write down all of the ways that these buddies were lost. So yeah, rest in peace to these little guys. We've got some more over here. Again, I'll just sort of slowly walk through if you want to pause and read. I don't want to take up the whole video, but if you're curious, those are all our fallen comrades. And down this way, got some more little houses here. Go down the stairs. This way has like a little farm. And then this is my terrible attempt at a custom tree. It's really not good. But yeah, I'm working on getting better at that, but organics are not my strong suit. You'll see there's just like random little cats sat throughout the village. They're here to protect from creepers, although now the wall fully encases everything, so we don't really need that, but they're just the guardians now. So yeah, this is a little stair. This was my little fishing pond. We got these. This one I was really proud of because I actually took the lava from the smith, but I made the lava renewable. So anytime I need lava, well, I have my own dripstone farm now, but before that, anytime I needed lava, I could come over here, grab it, and then eventually the dripstone will refill these. So yeah, if you guys want to see a tutorial on that, just let me know in the comments. Maybe that's a good idea. Alright, that is sort of the end of the village. So yeah, we'll move on to my little land that I live in now. So let's go over there. Alright, so if we go through here, we've got this little bridge, but I'm pretty proud of it. It is also, even though it's pretty small of a covered bridge, it is horse height, so you can ride a horse through here to the village without hitting your head. So we come in here, and this is my worldland place. So this is like where my world starts. And I'm sort of just, I'm taking this world slowly because as you'll see, things are still very much a work in progress. There's a lot of unfinished builds and big aspirations that are not fulfilled, but will be. So over here we will see the build that we've been seeing. But this is a build that I actually built a very long time ago. Separate worlds than this. And looking back at it, I was just like not super happy with. Tried to update it and do it better. And I think it looks, I'll insert a picture here of what it looked like the first time I built it. The roof was jacked. I think it's a lot better now. So we continue along our little path. And over here, we have my villager area. So I have all my little guys in here. Let me know in the comments if you know what this group is named after. This is favoritism. So this is my favorite villager's house. Oh, and okay, so I ported this world over a few days ago. And since then I have come in here and I've actually built a little library thing, but that's not here yet, so that's why I was taking it back coming in here. But we come down here. He gets to free roam and have his big, beautiful library down here. And my librarian is always, in every world, named Giles. Over here, we have my farms, my small farms. I'm in the process right now of making a bigger farm area. We've got my cactus farm, which, to be honest, I don't use cactus that much except for dye. So it's really just a cactus flower farm. And then we get this. I freestyle built this little well. I was pretty proud of my design there. I got my bees. And then over here, we've got my melons and my cocoa beans. And then when we walk over here, you see my ridiculous amount of sugar cane that I sell to Giles. See him there? Let's creep on him. Giles! But this is my dripstone farm. The original build was, I think, just like a little shack. But I made it my dripstone farm. So yeah, we have dripstone growing on either side. We've got renewable lava. And then in here, this little heart is where I make my obsidian. This is a freestyle build. Actually, I built this myself because, like I said, I've been working on trying to freestyle build and not go off of tutorials and pictures and others' builds because I want to use my imagination. So, yeah, I built this little fishing hut. I kind of started off with just like a little gazebo shape because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have more like farms and things. This is not an AFK farm because the only way that I knew how to make Bedrock AFK farms is broken now and doesn't work anymore, so it's just a little fishing hole now, but I just decorated it with some coral. Make it look cute. I really, really like this stage of oxidization of the copper. Wow, that was a hard word. Oxidization. There we go. God, I think it's really pretty because it is like still sort of in that pink palette in the way that like mud is. This is my lighthouse. This is an unfinished project because I had a vision and I started building, and then I got to the top and I realized, shoot, with my vision, I envisioned this as the place where my beacon would go. I now cannot finish until I beat the wither. And spoiler alert, in this world I have not even beaten the ender dragon yet, so it's a ways off, but it'll get finished one day. But in here we have Booker and his little kitty, Elizabeth. Again, let me know in the comments if you get that reference. Booker and Elizabeth in a lighthouse. Oh, this is one of my golems. His name is Gollum. It's spelled a certain way. I have a lot of references in my world. And there's no real theme for the names, it's just things that I enjoy. We got fireflies. Another thing I was very excited about. This is my chicken coop. This is another thing that I freehand built and I'm very proud of myself for. I mean, it's not exactly revolutionary. Pretty much everyone has done builds like this with the little railroads to make the chicken coops, but I just think it's so cute because then they can go inside there and they can lay their little eggs. They've got a little water trough over here, some food. Yeah, and they're going in. Thank you for the demonstration, babies. But I'm going to venture out and catch all of the different variants. Now that there's the cold chickens and the warm chickens and all that, I'm gonna bring them in here eventually. I forgot to show my little beach area. Yeah, this I just did freehand. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. Okay, so over here is my other golem. Schmeagle, he's stuck, so let's open up this gate for him so he can roam free. These are the animals that I use for you know what. Fun fact, I'm a vegetarian in real life and I try to stay vegetarian or at least pescatarian for the most part, but I live mostly off of potatoes. We've got my little horses here, we got Lightning, we got Epona, we got my moonblooms. Gosh, not moonblooms. Freudian slip of wishful thinking. So then this is my starter house, I guess you could call it. I mean, I guess technically my starter house was in the village. This was like my next big house that I built. We'll go in through the front, actually. Got some of my little pottery sherd collection. We've got my little house. Got my dogs. This is a map that I'm working on, so this area is actually not the house that we're in. The house that we're in is like here. This is going to be the main house that I'll be moving into soon. I'm still working on it. We got my kitties and my doggies. We got my little storage here, which I have fully, wholeheartedly outgrown. So I'm working on that. These are my craft chests. Every Minecraft house that I have to have a craft chest. Because otherwise, I never know where to put it, so then I'll throw it in my storage chest and everything will get a mess. So I have craft chests by the door where I just throw everything into it's just an unorganized mess, and then when I get full in here, then I force myself to sort it into my main storage. There we go, the stairs. This is the Fellowship of the Rainbow. They all are going to have names based after gems. And fun fact, they're all original dogs. Like the OG wolves before we started getting all the different fun color variations. We've got a little unfinished bathroom. I'm gonna make actual plumbing in here, but right now this is where my parent lives. Because I don't know where else to put him, because He scares me with his noises. Sometimes he makes me think that there's creepers, and there's not. Oh, this is my little bedroom. I've got my little Elaine Navi. I do have more, but he was my first one that I rescued from a pillager tower. And he was my first one that I ever got in surviving. So that's very special. We've got a map of the world of how much I've worked on, which as you can see is not very much. We got my little closet in here, we got my little secret chest full of goodies. So then we go up this way. And the first thing you see is my dirt mound going up because I'm working on the roof over there, but ignore that. This is my ghast enclosure. You will see I severely underestimated the size of the happy ghast. For some reason I thought they were going to be a little smaller than real ghast, but they're not. They're giant. So I wanted him to be able to fit through this hole, but he can't. He could when he was a gasling, but he can't anymore. So I have to fix that. I'm going to make a piston door up here. Right now this is where I get him in and out. So we got, this is Binks. Again, let me know if you know the reference. Binks. You'll see there's a lot of paths that we aren't going to be going down because there's nothing there yet. Then we'll go over here. This is unfinished, so you will see the outside of it is very just sort of flat and modular and like not a lot of texture, and that's because I specifically built it in a way so that I can add shelves for detailing, because we're getting shelves and they basically work as vertical slabs and I am so excited. But this is my little, not vivarium, terrarium, aquarium, aviary. Oh my god, okay. That's the word. Why was I saying vivarium? That's not a word. Lord. This is my aviary. So it is a work in progress, obviously. But this is where all the rest of my allays live. So obviously Navi lives with me because he's very special and he's my first ever allay that I ever got in survival. But then these little guys, most of them I actually got from one woodland mansion, which is crazy that there was this many of them in there. But the jail cells were literally filled with them and it was crazy. And then I did breed them a couple times too, but I think there was like, it's like 7 or 8, I think. This is my little heart-shaped cave. Oh, and then we've got Arthur, my aardvark. His sister Dora Winifred jumped off the roof, mind you, because, okay, you know how my parrot is in the bathtub right now? So my aardvarks used to live in the bathtub. But the bathtub is right next to a window. And I did not realize that the way that I build my windows, this is just like a me thing. I like to have it like cute like this, so it looks like it's like cracked open. Aardvarks apparently can fit through that. And Dora Winifred, Arthur's sister, climbed from there onto the roof and jumped. So may she rest in peace, but it's kind of her own mistake. So we'll peek over here. This obviously is a work in progress because, as you can see, there's dirt going up to the top, but that's because I'm still working on the roof. But this is going to be the main house. I'm still working on it. It's a very big build. I've got these little, this is all freehand, this little garden that I built here with my little flower patch, and then these little fountains are my own design. I really, really like the new cactus flowers as like a spout. I think it looks really cute. Editing Kate here, I decided that I did want to show you the things that I have built since then, because as you can see I've played around about 100 more days. Oh, also, look, I can show you, this was not intentional, but you can see my custom shield. I'm trying to figure out, does anyone know how I can get a little star in the center of that little half moon? Well, it's not my logo, but I haven't gotten that down yet. Yeah, we're gonna go, because as you can see on the map here, there's a whole chunk up there that I have changed. Yeah, I changed that path. This is my little bedroom. Oh yeah, I did another one of my little well designs. Sprawling fields of wheat all the way down to there. Sprawling fields of potatoes. And then I actually decorated the outside of my mine as well. What's that? It's a horse. I thought it was a skeleton. I almost shot him. So yeah, this comes through here. And we got all these fireflies. These beautiful sprawling flower fields. Alright, editing gate out. But now we're back to where we started. The beautiful fireflies. But there is just one more build that I would like to show you. That is a freehand build, and it means a lot to me. It is gonna be hard for me to say this out loud, because this just happened very recently, about a month ago. I lost my best friend. He was a sweet little border collie German shepherd mixed doggy. He made it to 15 years old. He was originally my sister's dog, and she passed away from cancer at a very young age in 2017. And ever since then, I took him in. He was my bestest little buddy. He was the best dog. The best dog that there ever was and ever will be. And built a little memorial here for him. It's not the best build, because like I said, organics are not my strong suit. And the eyes are a little creepy, because I wanted to build it out of copper, because I just thought it would be really special to have it in my world and watch it oxidize. So yeah, but like I said, organics are not my strong suit, so it's not the best dog statue, but I made sure he had his little floppy ear. His nickname was Maxy Taxi. And here's a little dog up here that looks just like him. And that is my Maxy boy. And it's just really special, because he was a special, special boy. But I'm gonna dedicate this video to my Maxy boy. So, enjoy the video. Here's a couple pictures of my sweet boy. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, give a like and subscribe. And maybe we can watch this world come to life a little more. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!